Hello, friends, and once again, well met. In the year 1452, Father Thomas Concord was a mid-30s devout Roman Catholic presbyter or priest from the West Midlands, Coventry area of Britain, a patient and kind servant of the church who tirelessly devoted his energies to surviving plague victims of the recurrent Black Death. Until, that is, the day he went to check on the welfare of his own parents and younger siblings in those plague-ridden days, and found them all brutally murdered. Thomas tracked and eventually captured the perpetrators. In his newly discovered fury, he killed them all, finding the torture he put them through first strangely exhilarating. Score was born, turning fully away from the light of God, forevermore pursuing the raging bloodlust that screamed in his heart. Around the same time, Dr. Theodore Gorliss, a deeply disturbed physician, spent years conducting ghastly experiments on a young man who years earlier was born orphaned without a name and found left on the grounds of Bedlam Hospital, London, the world's first insane asylum. The orphan became the subject of Dr. Gorliss, who confined the unfortunate child to a surgical table. Once grown, the thoroughly insane orphan managed to break free, capturing the doctor. He took the name Gorliss himself as a reminder of which side of the surgical table was most preferable as he continued the doctor's savage work, mercilessly using Dr. Theodore as his own captive and subject. It is these two fiends that Aximoth, our prime antagonist in this mythos, made his slaves, his helots. Let's meet them both now in Sequent 9. The very night of Celica's phone call to the sheriff, her bedroom clock clicks 3 a.m. The alarm sounds. Celica turns over and smacks it off. She sits up and rubs the sleep and anxiousness from her eyes. Minutes later, she's dressed and sipping a teacup in her kitchen. She stuffs food and water into a backpack, making room, removing some brochures of Pompeii, Italy. She replaces these with 2 new maps of New York State, along with the torn page book and hair strands. From a table, she picks up the sword charm and joint from her class. She considers. Celica puts the rolled cigarette down while removing the charm from its necklace. She likes it. She pins her hair up with the charm like a barrette, hiding its blade. Celica moves into her darkened living room and switches on the light, only to reveal a man standing with his back against her closed front door. But she doesn't see him yet. He remains motionless, watching her as she sits on her sofa to put on a pair of hiking boots. He's of strapping build, 6 feet tall in a fine bespoke suit, mid-30s, shoulder-length hair neatly ponytailed, with cold eyes and a hard mouth. Blotches scar his face from some old skin ailment. He is the helot, Score. Celica rises, still unaware. She moves to a desk with an ashtray and a sketchbook. She skims its pages of drawings, most of a strong face with strong eyes and dark, long hair braided. Pages and pages of the sketched face, from varied angles and perspectives. She closes it, then turns, and sees Score. She jumps, deathly startled, but doesn't scream. "Good morning," says the helot. "Early riser?" How did you get in?" Celica gasps. "With the proper instruments," Score replies. He tells her it's well to see her already packed. Indeed, she is to begin a new trip. They've waited on her return from her recent Mount Vesuvius outing. Celica darts to the desk and phone, but Score doesn't budge. As she dials, another suited figure appears behind her, with 2 sharpened fangs in his bottom teeth. This is the helot Gorlus, also 30ish. He bites through the phone line, his fangs shredding it, while his arms lunge out and bear hug Celica, knocking the phone away. "We'll allow the police to sleep," states Score. "They've busy days ahead." Celica twists to face Gorlus's wild, predatory eyes, a face twisted with years of slow pain. He pants and sniffs at Celica as she struggles to escape his hold. Score compliments the young woman on her impressive will. Formidable, he adds, not unlike her twin sister. Lelaine endured much and never gave her sibling up. Until, that is, they broke her. Gorlus's body quivers in hunger at Celica's natural scent. As Score steps up close to her, Gorlus states how Celica is the much sweeter of the two. "Take me to Lelaine now," Celica demands. Score agrees that they most certainly will. Their master has made his request for Celica's life. Score raises a soaked cloth and smashes it over her mouth and nose, where she quickly faints. Once more, I thank you for spending this time with me to read on these story cycles. Please come back to continue with the adventures and journeys of the Exiles in Sequent 10. Until then, goodwill to you, one and all.